2018 Subaru Crosstrek automatic and ordinary crossover with extraordinary appeal. The rise of Subaru could be used as a case study in business schools to show the power of effective marketing. The Japanese car maker that started off as an oddity in the U.S. market has transcended its niche status to become one of the top-selling auto brands in America. Much of this growth is based on the rugged, earthy image that Subaru so doggedly intended projects to buyers looking to explore their more adventurous side. A good example is the Crosstrek. This lightly made-over, crossover-fied variant of the Impreza hatchback is pitched as its own model, and it's one that racks up impressive sales numbers. 110,138 Crosstreks found homes in the United States last year, making it the brand's third best-selling nameplate after the Outback 188,886 and the Forester 177,563. The second-generation Crosstrek arrived for the 2018 model year riding on the same Subaru global platform as the Impreza, and it's the same sort of lifted wagonoid thing that it was before. Subaru through and through all the legacy, Outback, and Forester have grown larger and more mainstream in recent years. The Crosstrek still channels the weirdo spirit of OG Subaru. Although it essentially shares its body with the Impreza hatchback, the Crosstrek has a jacked-up ride height that combines with a creative use of black plastic cladding to create a distinct aesthetic, one that looks unabashedly funky on the road, especially in our test car's sunshine orange paint. There's some weird stuff going on under the hood, too, in the form of Subaru's 2.0-liter horizontally opposed four-cylinder boxer engine. It's the only engine of its type in the Crosstrek's class for any class, excepting Porsche's flat 4s and 6s, but in this instance, being different doesn't necessarily mean being better. The flat 4 is unrefined and noisy, and although the extra 4 horsepower compared with the previous Crosstrek isn't evident in daily driving, the new model slogged from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 9.2 seconds, the 1.1-second improvement over a 2015 Crosstrek we tested with the automatic transmission. We encourage all prospective Subaru buyers to be wary on test drives, as nearly all of the company's cars feature aggressive throttle tip-in that gives the impression of either off-the-line acceleration as soon as you touch the gas pedal. But while the Crosstrek might feel zippy around town, the powertrain quickly runs out of steam when tasked with merging or passing on the highway. Depress the pedal farther into its travel and you'll soon find that there's not much additional grunt to be had. The continuously variable automatic transmission exacerbates these tendencies when compared to the manual transmission version we tested last year, even though the two cars' accelerative performance was nearly identical. Subaru has yet to completely figure out how to tune the CVT to be unobtrusive. It droned annoyingly even when driving less than spiritedly, and the faux shifts that can be made to simulate 7-gear ratios when using the steering wheel-mounted pedals are slurred and unconvincing. The CVT purports to offer better fuel economy than the manual, and this Crosstrek did score 32 miles per gallon compared with the 31 miles per gallon of our manual transmission test car on our 75 mph highway test. However, our overall average fuel economy was 23 miles per gallon in the CVT-equipped car and 25 miles per gallon with the manual. Crossing tricks if you're not trying to hustle. The Crosstrek acquits itself well on the road. Like the Impreza with which it shares Subaru's new platform, the Crosstrek imparts a stable, planted feel and exhibits a firm, controlled ride quality. It changes direction ably, although the steering is perhaps too heavy for this class of vehicle. Braking is a particular strong suit. The pedal is firm underfoot, and the 3,302-pound Crosstrek came to a stop from 70 miles per hour in a solid 165 feet. Those owners who venture down the less beaten path or who want to seem like people who do will appreciate the generous 8.7 inches of ground clearance, which is more than even the Jeep Compass Trailhead offers and Subaru's standard all-wheel drive system. For our range-topping 2.0i limited test car's steep price of $30,655, including a $3,455 package with the EyeSight bundle of active safety features, a premium audio system, a sunroof, and navigation. The interior looked and felt somewhat down-market. Its black plastic creates a dour environment, despite efforts to jazz things up with orange stitching. Simple HVAC controls are much appreciated, however, and the Starlink infotainment system with standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is easy to use. The lack of pizzazz inside is much more forgivable than lesser Crosstreks hovering in the mid-$20,000 range. When viewed as a whole, Subaru's entry-level crossover doesn't do much to stand out from today's crowd of small SUVs. Like many of its competitors, it's slow and mostly unexciting to drive but offers a spacious interior and a modicum of all-terrain ability. The Crosstrek's main standout feature is its Subaru-ness, which given the brand's power in the marketplace seems to be enough of a force to ensure its continued success.